Why fat people always push love away. It sounds cruel until you realize most of them aren't rejecting love at all. They're rejecting the heartbreak they already believe is coming. And once you see what happens inside their mind, you'll never look at their behavior the same. Because this isn't really a story about romance. It's about what shame does to a person long before anyone says, I love you. Sarah had spent years making herself invisible. At work, she'd laugh before anyone could laugh at her. In restaurants, she'd ask for the corner seat. In group photos, she'd volunteer to take the picture instead. Not because she hated people, because she had learned that people eventually made her hate herself. Then she met Daniel. He wasn't perfect, but he looked at her like she wasn't something that needed fixing. For the first time in years, she felt safe, or at least she wanted to. But that's where the real problem began. Because when you spent years believing you're too much, being loved doesn't feel comforting. It feels suspicious. Sarah started questioning everything. Why is he texting me so much? He's probably just lonely. He'll leave once he sees the real me. The relationship wasn't falling apart because Daniel stopped caring. It was falling apart because Sarah couldn't believe someone actually could. And that's the tragedy nobody talks about. People think overweight people fear rejection. Sometimes they fear acceptance even more, because acceptance destroys the story they've repeated inside their head for years. The story that says, nobody could truly choose someone like me. So instead of waiting to be abandoned, they abandon the relationship first. It starts small. She cancels dates because she suddenly feels too tired. She refuses compliments. She picks unnecessary arguments. She keeps testing him. Would you still love me if I gained more weight? Are you sure you're not embarrassed to be seen with me? To someone outside the relationship, it looks exhausting. But inside Sarah's mind, she's not trying to push Daniel away. She's trying to prove the fear that's been protecting her for years. Because if he eventually leaves, then she was right all along. And strangely, being right feels safer than being vulnerable. That's what shame does. It convinces you that heartbreak you control hurts less than happiness you don't trust. Eventually, Daniel did leave, not because she was overweight, not because she wasn't beautiful. Because every time he tried to love her, she treated his love like evidence that needed to be disproved. And no relationship survives when one person is constantly fighting the very thing they've always wanted. Here's the painful part. The biggest wall around an overweight person is rarely their body. It's the prison they've built inside their own mind. And until that prison breaks, even genuine love can feel like a threat. So if you've ever pushed someone away before they had the chance to hurt you, maybe it wasn't because you were unlovable. Maybe you've simply been surviving with beliefs that no longer deserve to protect you. Because healing doesn't begin when someone else loves you. It begins when you stop believing you have to earn the right to be loved. If this story felt painfully familiar, subscribe, because every week we uncover the hidden psychology behind weight, shame, and the battles nobody else sees. You don't have to fight them alone.